So I'm going to talk you through the basics nymphing, just to clear something up. The difference between Euro nymphing and French nymphing and Spanish nymphing is pretty much nothing. It's all nymphing. We do it here. There's just different ways of doing it. Basically what we're trying to do is we're trying to present a nymph somewhere in the water column. One of the key things that people forget, it's okay for grayling, but people tend to fish a really heavy point fly. That's not what you're trying to achieve. You're not supposed to be hanking the bottom. You're supposed to be getting a natural drift. Don't get me wrong, sometimes you can manipulate that, but ideally you're looking for a natural drift. The rod is a 10-foot 3-weight. This is a Nymph Maniac. I do use an 11-foot 2-weight as well, which I really like in the summer. Just a couple of bog standard nymphs there. I use 0.30 mil tippet as my running line, and then I've got some of that, I wrap it around a cylindrical tube, whatever, and then I black marker it so you get staggered black. We'll look at that. And I've got a pink and yellow Hanak indicator. My flies are quite simple. Just a load of beaded nymphs. You don't need to get fancy, just different size beads is the key really. A lot of these are exactly the same. I have got a box that I use. When I used to competition fish, it was just basically all the same fly with different weights. And that's what I tend to go for. What I will do is have some heavier flies, and obviously these are pretty huge bums, and these work. I'll use that for really fast waters to keep everything on the bottom. And that's about it. My tippet, I tend to fish this stuff. It's a diameter of 0.13, 0.12. I will go down to 0.08 on pressured water, but very rarely do we need to do that. And that's about it really. Don't overcomplicate things. Rod, some nymphs, bit of tippet, straight through level nylon, whatever you want, whatever you can manage. I like 0.30. Coloured indicator and your tippet. My tippet I tend to have, it's like 55 centimetres. The tip of my outstretched hand to my shoulder. That's what I have between droppers. Nice and easy. So let's see how we get on, shall we? One of the issues that I've got today is that the water's carrying actually. It carries some colour. Colour's never really a good thing when you're nymphing. You can see that it's got that kind of staining, pushing through a bit as well. But as you get into the shallows, sort of a foot, 6 inches to a foot, there is some clarity, so you see there in the edges. There's a chance. When you're nymphing, it's always best to check the water deep. You can see I'm only ankle deep. It's always a free punt. You'll notice that there's always an angle. I never let my indicator touch the water. I see a lot of people when they're nymphing, you use the indicator on the water surface. That's not the way you're supposed to fish it. You can see that figure 8 and tracking the line back all the time as well. Line up, rod high, watch that indicator. You get what, too heavy a point fly, the plan is to keep it tracking in the water, not to actually hit the bottom. Rod high, track them back, that way you'll see any takes. Just slowly working my way across into the faster water. I'm knee deep now. The water in front of me is probably thigh deep. So this is all fishable water. I just let it lift at the end of the cast, just a touch, give it a flick, and then into my forward cast. Not much happened there, so we're on to a new pool. Again, I'm just fishing the shallow water first, always the best bet. See, the water here is a bit slower, so my nymphs will be coming off a lot lighter. You're looking at changing nymphs to suit the depth of water. Again, you'll notice that my rod never bends with my flies stuck in the bottom. Never ever. High rod, moving my nylon away from the rod with my left hand or figure eight. So I'm keeping track of it all the time. Figure eight, as soon as it hits the water, and we're tracking back. Always that little flick, come strike. As the flies come parallel and just pass my body, start to lift in the water. You'll notice I didn't cast miles either. I want to keep everything sort of close quarters. I usually have a cast or three in one area, then move my feet across the river. Covering different bits of water all the time in the cast. That's a plan anyway. Just to try and make something happen. I've got a nice day for it, if nothing else. 2 days before the season ends. It's just a shame you had a bit of colour in the water. It's also a good opportunity, not just to catch grayling, but hopefully a brown trout. Nice end to the season, brown trout. So I've made my way across. I'm pretty much fishing to the other side now, which is where the main flow of the current is, where I expect the fish to be. I didn't expect it to be in slacker water. Although quite often the dirty water, when it rises, if the fish were at 2 feet of water before it rises, they'll drop into 2 feet of water when the water's high. That can catch a lot of people out. That's me right over into the flow now. The time I got lower down in the pool, I did actually manage to get a grayling. But yeah, this is towards the tail of the pool. I'd worked all the shallow water, now I'm in the deeper stuff. I brought the wee fish over so you can get a wee look at him. A little grayling. Kill, nice and hard. Releasing it to the shallows. Camera. Okay, I'm quite next to a little train station. Little grayling. We're back to fight another day. I've kind of fished this suit and I'm going to drop back. Dropping back down into the deeper water. Again, back in the deeper water, I managed to get a fish. Safely in the net. Another grayling. This one a bit bigger. A really drab nymph. Nothing more than squirrel and a bead. That's about it really. A lot of people will go with colour and coloured water. I prefer to keep my flies natural looking. Lovely wee grayling for this bit of river. Happy with that. This bit, I'm back up on the shallow glide. One of my favourite bits in the river. Down at the crease on the far side, which is probably the best water, to be honest. Passing a little bit far here. And I get lucky. Unfortunately, I didn't get it on the camera. Just a little bit below that as I went to get my camera. I managed to get what I was after. That's a stunning brownie. These are wild fish, so it's good to catch them. I'm not sure there's many as there was. Maybe I just can't catch them anymore. But at the back end of the season, especially with 2 days to go, it can be pretty hit or miss. But I got lucky with this one. An absolute topper. Look at the colours in them. Typical of the river, really dark, big red spots. An absolute beauty. Really happy with that. What a great way to end the season. I've already fished the river a couple of times this year, and I'll be lucky enough to get brownies like these. Even a bit bigger. With spots in that. A stunning fish. In the words of Mortimer and Whitehouse, and away.